before. No double jeopardy yet here. And it is going to be the Hawk and Linus locking in the Robs, learning from their mistakes over on winner's side, not trying anything with Ike this time around. So it's going to be, who's the better Rob teammate here, sammm or Bowser?
And all of top 6 is going to be best of 5, so this set will also be best of 5. So we're going to see a little bit more of both teams, which I'm very excited about, especially with how much synergy both of these guys have. So,
and honestly, like, you know, we were talking about teams that have synergy as well, as you mentioned, right? IcyMist and sammm, too, so good at juggling back and forth, especially in those vertical strings things, but this time it's just gonna be IcyMist finding herself on the receiving end of one, sammm having to get her out of dodge, but it's gonna be the Rob-to-Rob combo as you find the Ted almost trying to flying fortress you off the top. Linus and Hawk aren't gonna find it though, but IcyMist and sammm just have not been able to keep their feet on the ground in this game one.
Yeah, I think a big problem that we were seeing for the Twins versus the MK Leon Big Boss team was that they were just playing so fast, and I think the Twins feel a lot more comfortable in a lot of these 2v1 situations where they can ping-pong back and forth, find the follow-ups, and I think that IcyMist and sammm are going to have that slower playstyle that they're looking for, using a lot floatier characters in Samus and Rob, and we also saw that both of the blue team are very comfortable off stage, just kind of planking at the ledge, waiting to slowly get back on the stage, and I think that might play into the Twins' favor for sure.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, Emma, as now though, speaking of playing into the Twins' favor, you certainly played into their back air there, losing the stock, and just like that now, how the pressure is on. Like, IcyMist and sammm are down one here, and while that doesn't seem that much like much, it can be so hard to dislodge Rob here in doubles, right? He's so good at just sitting back, playing in a position that you can't really contest, because doing so is going to force your teammate into a 1v1 that they're losing. And so you just gotta sit back and hold on to these stocks forever, right? We're seeing Linus and Hawk do this to perfection, right?
Ooh, okay, love that drag down up air, able to find the up tilt follow-up with Bowser. That down smash gonna send Linus off stage. Getting back onto stage versus Rock can be very hard, but able to do it and find the F smash on the blue team.
And from Hawk and Linus there was a huge Nair opportunity. The IcyMist getting her shield out to prevent the same amount of drift from coming through, meaning that it didn't get to contest the punish. However, still able to hold on, clean up the stock, and just like that, Linus and Hawk now up for the moment. However, they're not going to for too much longer. That being said, even though the stock time's even, it's still kind of the same game where IcyMist and sammm just have felt like they're in disadvantage from start to finish.
I think stage positioning also has a lot to do with both of these teams. I think the red team's going to prefer to be in ping pong situations where they have the blue team trapped in between them and can just kind of smack them back and forth. Able to find that Bowser bomb kill though, and IcyMist struggling to make it back onto the ledge. Sammm trying to go for the save there, using the side B to send sammm off stage, but not able to find it. And now both the blue team is trapped at the ledge.
Long, the 2v1 in there. I like sammm just waiting to apply the pressure, try to find the perfect time to help her teammate out. Not gonna do it though, and now it's the 2v1. IcyMist is out off the table. There's 3 stocks to take. One of them's the Ditto, and you've got a character with a command grab and another side special that might as well be one to contest. This is a nigh impossible situation, but sammm is going to try and make it happen.
Great. Throws the gyro up, and you have double gyros to worry about, so this can be a little scary trying to get back to the ledge here. Able to avoid that down air with the air dodge to the ledge, which is not something that you typically see from Rob. I feel like he's pretty comfortable with just making it back without the air dodge, but these strong characters are able to go out with just the fair to find that stock, and really clean game there for the Twins.
And we just saw, I think, at the end as well, something that is really indicative of the differences between singles and doubles. sammm, at the end, kept going for these down tilts, these lasers, in situations where after a whiff, you ordinarily in singles would definitely just be able to find a kill. And for those less aware with doubles, they might be at home wondering, well, why didn't sammm go for the kill there? And the answer is, well, because your moves have end lag too, and here in these 2v1s, if you just find that one kill, the teammate's gonna come in and kill you for it, and she has her back against the wall. So she was trying to use those lasers just to create some space so that when she can find that swing for the stock, the other teammate's not right there. And
Triple Rob.
I was gonna say, is this Subspace Emissary?
I think that the blue team feels very comfortable when they're in a position like this where they're able to just throw the projectiles out, especially when IcyMist is sammmist, just being able to use the charge shot. But I feel like charge shot's not something that we really got to see a lot in that previous game. Maybe worried about the reflection of the side feed from Rob, but not going to come into play here, I guess, because we're just going double Rob instead, maybe looking for the Nair potential to ping pong back and forth and using a lot of this gyro to send off stage instead.
Yeah, I think those gyros, those lasers, but also just, as you mentioned, Nair, right? The ability, as we talked about, for Rob to take stocks and just live so long here in doubles because he's big, but also can just fly forever, cover so much space, really go deep for some of these edge darts. That I think, you know, there's a lot of benefits where when sammmist isn't working, when you're getting punished for the floatiness, when you're not able to get charge shot, why not go with this character? Worst case, you can still play in that slow zoning way you might want to with sammmist, but maybe offers you more versatility with the doubles format.
Yeah, and I think with the blue team being very scared of a lot of these strong hitboxes from Bowser, we're seeing a lot of shield, and Linus just able to really capitalize off of that, using a lot of the Bowser bomb, just running up and grabbing a lot of the time too, and if Hawk is able to find those follow-ups, that can be a big problem for the blue team.
I love that find from Sam, but unfortunately going to put her in disadvantage. He just hops on the stage right now, and the double toss coming out, but it's not going to be Hawk and Linus finding it. The teammates now going to come back to continue this pressure in the 2v1. Sam now trying to get out of the scramble, but just still not able to quite manage it.
Okay, love the use of the gyro to cover the recovery from Bowser to the ledge, just throwing it back on stage and able to find that F tilt to steal out IcyMist's stock.
And Emma, the way these players are playing right now, are we watching Smash Bros. Or Beyblade? Because they are shooting these tops at each other, letting them fight, and then after they bounce back, that's when they're really going in. This gyro doing such a good job at creating a minefield on the ground, creating this whole third of stage that people just don't even want to touch, because if you do, you get put in all of these little multi-hits that ping you back and forth, then someone picks one up and 0 to deaths you off of it.
Yeah, Linus doing a really good job of holding onto the stock, sitting at 237 before he lost his stock, but it's kind of minimalist to be like, oh yeah, he's a stock tank, because he's taking so many stocks as well and doing so much damage. I feel like he's just doing a really good job in this game too.
Yeah, and that, speaking of finding openings, right? The red team finding not one, but two there off of what could have been a scary situation for them. And now the back and forth, 1, 2, 3, the air dodge coming out and just going to go all the way down to the corner, barely holding on, somehow finding a way back, but the air dodge, you had to pick something that kind of can cover it on reaction. And beautiful spacing, beautiful positioning, and beautiful pressure from Hawk and Linus to lock that one down. Sam made them work for it, but just didn't work. They just didn't have to work hard enough. They're still able to manage it. You know, there's going to be no exhaustion from overworking here in the doubles format.
Like I said, these guys practice that stuff on CPUs all the time. So they have it unlocked. They don't drop those combos very often. And so able to get a ton of % off of that. And we saw that they're very comfortable with finding those stocks as well. Linus able to use the down special at the ledge. And we saw that in the previous set as well, able to take that stock. So you do have to be careful. A lot of the time you see the ledge is like your safe space, but if they're able to wait out your invincibility, it can be curtains, especially with a character with such strong kill power as Bowser, able to use a lot of his grounded tools, but also the down special too.
Yeah, and now we have yet a third character coming out from IcyMist, obviously known as the same player, right, extraordinaire, but he's definitely not her only character. He's someone who's pretty well known, I think, for having very strong fun. He's playing a wide variety of characters at her local level, and so gonna bust out yet another one here when the Rob didn't work. Two now switching over to Falco, a character who's very strong in doubles in their own right.
Yeah, IcyMist, I'm pretty sure, has like a separate ranking on her PR for just her like pocket characters that she plays, or her random, because she just is so comfortable with playing a bunch of different characters. And I think that Falco makes a lot of sense, using a lot of these long-lasting aerials to catch a lot of the floatingness of Rob in the air, but also catching a lot of landings off of Bowser too. And Blue Team taking an explosive lead, only around 50% each, and able to find both of Red Team's stocks within a minute.
I like this Falco a lot from IcyMist. Obviously, the throws are huge. Up till, I think, is great at contesting just the positioning that in doubles Hawk and Linus have been taking, and that their characters want to take. Plus, laser, just such a low commitment option to just throw off the timing that for a synergy-based team is life or death.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that Falco's going to struggle with is approaching, but it doesn't really matter in doubles as much because you have your teammate to help you create that space and create the approach options, especially with using gyro and laser as well, and just doing a really good job of locking down the ledge. Able to use the F tilt to send back off stage, drag down Nair into up air there as well, but
and finding the reflect off the teammate's laser there to send it back. Linus and Hawk dodged the first one, but weren't able to dodge the run back, and so able on that reflected laser, even, you know, you don't expect it to work like a boomerang, Emma, but sometimes apparently it does here in doubles, and Icy and Sam have been really making it work, trying to get on the board and looking well positioned. They've only lost one stock so far.
Can we cut to the player cam so we can make sure that we don't have Tilde on stream? Because, like, what's going on right now? Like, IcyMist Falco is insane. Already still at 3 stocks here, sitting at 142 and just able to seal out a lot of these stocks. Finds the down air, but that does not find the follow-up. But again, just not letting Hawk touch the ground. Just doing such a great job of finding these combos and applying this pressure at the ledge.
Yeah, barely there. Hawk and Linus not going to find that Rob combo to find the stock on Sam, so they have to back off, have to reset, able to find the 2v1 in center stage to still find that ledge trap pressure, and now Hawk and Linus aren't able to get away. This is a Bowser in a 2v1 trying to take 4 stocks alone, and what do you, again,
oh my god,
once you're put in that position, there is nowhere left to go. Both characters can exist off stage for so long, Emma.
That was insane. I didn't know I liked Falco like that. That was crazy.
Falco is either one of the most miserable characters to watch in Ultimate or one of the coolest, and there is no Falco suffers from the same things to watch, I think, as ZSS does, and that she's either incredibly cool or incredibly lame, and there's no in between.
Don't you talk about my girl like
I
that.
love ZSS.
You're lucky we don't have commentator cams because
I love ZSS. I'm from New England.
That's fair. I think Falco's cool. I just don't like playing against Falco. I think that's how I rate characters. Like, are they cool to watch? Are they cool to play against? Are they fun to play?
Agreed.
And I think he can be a pain to play against because he is cutscene combos, especially when you're a big character like Rob or
Absolutely.
Bowser. But to watch, I think he's sick.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm the person who thinks everybody in Ultimate is sick to watch. And speaking of sick to watch, I think this is going to set our double set record for the tournament of most characters used, because all of a sudden we've got the double switch coming out from Hawk and Linus, swapping fully over to Ike, Cloud, and Emma. What do you think of them trying to counteract this explosive new combo from IcyMist and Sam with some big old swords?
I think it makes a lot of sense. As we said, the Twins are very comfortable with a lot of these team combos regardless of the character composition that they're going for in their team. And so far it seems like it's really paying off for them. Able to use these combos here to keep IcyMist in the air, and I think blocking down is going to be the best way to handle that. And it seems like they're doing that pretty efficiently, just not letting IcyMist control a lot of this stage. And I think the swords are going to be what's really going to help her struggle in getting these combos.
Yeah, they also do huge juggling boxes, right? Especially with the throw angles that Ike and Cloud offer, are just going to provide so many opportunities to set up for a juggle, set up into a teammate, or find an extension just like that. Not going to close out the stock, but they are able to force an opponent to the ledge, so it's going to be Sam now trying to get out of dodge, able to find the reversal, but going to eat the limit cross slash for it, and just like that, right? What feels like an advantage isn't really an advantage or disadvantage. It was neutral. Both teams trading out of stock, and it's going to be IcyMist and Sam once again just slightly behind where they need to be.
Yeah, I really like that backup throw there from Cloud, recognizing that Ike wasn't going to be ready for the follow-up, so instead using it to hit the blue team teammate that was trying to help rescue their partner. But gonna need some rescuing here on this Rob, really struggling with dealing with these team combos, but IcyMist firing back, able to get that fair, but just gonna use that limit up B to make it back to the ledge, and now we're stuck in this ledge trap situation again.
No limit this time though, having to fast off, barely able to make it back to stage, cleans up the up smash to this. Cloud has been the MVP for them here, up 2-1. Their backs were against the wall after almost getting 6 stock in game number 3, but they came back with a new team comp and picked up right where they left off in the first 2. Now IcyMist and Sam on their potential last stock of doubles here. And it's going to be up to IcyMist. It's going to be up to this Falco. 3 stocks by herself. Emma, can she do it?
I don't know a ton about Falco's matchup charts, but I feel like Cloud would be a very hard matchup to play against. Tries to get the follow-up there from the neutral special from Ike, not able to find it. He's really struggling to make it back to the ledge here. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I love the just charging Eruption here on platform, because you not only does it cover the platform by sitting there with a low commitment option.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
going off. Wait, hold on. The 2v1 here potentially. Oh yeah, you're just gonna say even though it's 70, even though I expect you to hold on, I don't need a 1v1 on the 100 first best player in the world. I'm just gonna force you to have to deal with 2 bodies. That being said, Emma, all it takes is one well-placed dare to make this a very even game.
Yeah, struggling to make it back to the ledge. Falco does have a pretty predictable recovery using that side B to make it back, but just kind of letting them combo each other, running to the other side of the stage and just resetting, poking using a lot of this up air. But yeah, just not falling for it, just using that dash attack to clean the ground, and really good stuff there to the Twins going to proceed through this bracket.
Yeah, they are determined to find their way towards that rematch, right?